What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing my preview of Manchester City's away match against Aston Villa at Villa Park in the Premier League. Before I do crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Social media links there in the description if you want to go and check out my Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up, 100 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Finally, I wanted to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor who are sponsoring all my previews for the season, which is brought to you by BetMate. They're not running a specific Aston Villa against Manchester City pot, but there are lots of other available pots that you can go and check out, including predicting the correct scores, results, and both teams to score. I'll leave the links in the description. Do go and check them out. Remember, on sign up, if you use code JSGC10, you will get £10 in free bets, and you can use them free bets to go and join any of the pots that you so wish. Finally, if you are going to gamble, please remember to gamble responsibly, and when the fun stops, stop. So, match information. This match taking place at Villa Park for Premier League match day number 15 on Wednesday the 6th of December 2023 with an 8:15 PM GMT kickoff time, with the game being streamed live on Amazon Prime Video here in the UK. Every single Premier League match, all 10 matches taking place on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, are all being streamed live in the UK on Amazon Prime Video. Now, our opponents for this game, Aston Villa, very historic club, formed in 1874. Some interesting facts about them. Firstly, Villa Park is one of my favourite away days. I love a visit to Villa Park. It's a fantastic historic stadium. Aston Villa, coincidentally, have played at Villa Park since 1897. It is a proper traditional football ground. If you get a chance to go to Villa Park, go and do it. It's fantastic. I love my away day experience there. Aston Villa are also a founding member of the Football League. They are a very historic club. They're a founding member of the Premier League as well. They've got 7 top division titles. They've got 7 FA Cups. They've won the League Cup 5 times. They've won the European Super Cup before as well in 1982. And they also have 1 Champions League trophy to their name, also in 1982. So they've got that history there. They've also got the honours as well to back them up to Aston Villa. Respect, proper club. Now, moving on to Aston Villa in 2023, led by manager Unai Emery, currently find themselves 4th in the Premier League, flying and doing very well. Now, they've played 6 games at home so far this season in the Premier League. All 6 games they've won. And I put my notes on my notes. Yikes. Everton, Crystal Palace, Brighton, West Ham, Luton, Fulham, all gone to Villa Park. All have lost so far this season. Dig a little bit deeper. Europa Conference League, Hibs, Zudrinski, I hope I've said their name right, and AZ Alkmaar, all gone to Villa Park and all come away with absolutely nothing. The only team that has been to Villa Park and done something so far this season happened back in August in the League Cup. Everton went to Villa Park and won. They went through by 2-1. So this is not an easy place. We don't have Jack Grealish. He's suspended. Rodri suspended as well. Kevin De Bruyne are out injured. I have question marks over the fitness of John Stones. I have question marks over the fitness of Jeremy Doku heading into this game. Going into the team that, in my opinion, is the best home side so far this season in the league. Now, Aston Villa haven't faced a club like Manchester City so far this season. They haven't gone up against a team of high quality that is as good as what City can be at Villa Park. So a big test this for Aston Villa to see, is it flat track bullying, or can they go up there against the biggest and the best and beat them? And with City having a few absentees, Aston Villa will be rubbing their hands at this. You mark my words. Now, also looking at Aston Villa's form, they dropped points at the weekend. They picked up a 90th minute equaliser away at AFC Bournemouth thanks to an Ollie Watkins goal. They lost first game of the season away against Newcastle by 5-1. They went to Anfield back in August and they lost 3-0. So they're not unbeatable. Aston Villa can be beat. Just at Villa Park, it's a very difficult game to win. Now, normally I'd be saying to you guys, if this was at the Etihad, it's a different story. I haven't been too impressed with what I've seen of City over the last 3 games in all comps at the Etihad, if I'm honest. I wasn't impressed against Liverpool, I wasn't impressed against Leipzig, and I wasn't impressed at the weekend against Tottenham Hotspur either. So I'm actually quite glad that this is away from home. It takes a little bit of expectation away from Manchester City, because I look at this game and I'm thinking to myself, Aston Villa will be rubbing their hands at this, and if Aston Villa do want Champions League football, or maybe even want to push for a Premier League title, well, they've got City at home, they've got Arsenal at home the next 2 games. Win both them games, I think we do have to sit down and speak that Aston Villa maybe are Premier League title contenders, but if they can take points off City and take points off Arsenal, all of a sudden they'll be fancying their chances at pushing beyond finishing in them Europa Conference League and them Europa League places. They'll be thinking, do you know what, top 4, it is achievable. Big test for Villa over the next couple of games, big test for Manchester City, big test for Arsenal as well at the weekend. Looking forward to it. Should be a couple of really good games of football. Hopefully Manchester City can turn up, put in a really good performance, show that hunger, that desire, that anger that they had at the end of that Spurs game, channel it through positive energy and come out of Villa Park with a win, because that would, to me, be Man City's best result so far this season if we win here. But that is just my opinion. Now, looking at Aston Villa, in terms of their dangers, Ollie Watkins, of course, striker, scored 8 goals. He's the 5th top goal scorer in the Premier League so far this season. Needs to be stopped. Manchester City defensively have to turn up. Leon Bailey's got pace. He can cause Manchester City problems if he does end up starting. You look towards their midfield, decent midfield players like Douglas Luiz, Youri Tielemans. Decent midfield. Manchester City, the midfield's going to have to be on it. Defence is going to have to be on it. The attack's going to have to be on it. It's going to have to be a very near perfect performance if Man City want to come to Villa Park and win. We're capable of doing it. We just need to apply ourselves more. And hopefully now, with that anger that we've had over the frustrations over the last few games, we need to channel that positively. And if we can, I think we can go out there and make a statement win. Decent players at the back as well. Pau Torres, decent player. Emi Martinez in goal. Some solid players led by a solid manager as well. This is a very difficult game for Manchester City. Now, in terms of injury news, Buendia, Traore, Tyrone Mings, they're all out for Aston Villa. So they've also got their own injuries to be thinking about. So we can't use injuries and suspensions as an excuse, just like we couldn't use it against Tottenham Hotspur, even though they had more players out than us. It's not an excuse. You sign your players in the window. You bring your players through the youth academy to make sure you've got a squad to cope with injuries. Aston Villa have got their fair share of injuries. We've got ours. We move on. So my expected team, I'm expecting to see potentially a 4-3-2-1. Could be a traditional 4-4-2 from Aston Villa. Emi Martinez in goal. A defence made up of Konsa, Carlos, Torres and Digne. I'm expecting to see Matty Cash starting, so I reckon he's going to move more into midfield along with Youri Tielemans and Douglas Luiz. I'm expecting to potentially see 2 wingers. It could potentially maybe see McGinn maybe drop more into midfield, and Leon Bailey will join Ollie Watkins up top. Could be McGinn out on the left. It could be Leon Bailey out on the right wing and Ollie Watkins going up top. Remains to be seen. Now, moving on to Manchester City, formed in 1894 as Manchester City. We formed in 1880 under the name St. Mark's. We're the current treble winners, current Premier League champions, 9 top division titles. We're the 8-time League Cup winners, 7-time FA Cup winners, 1-time European Cup winners, 1-time European Super Cup winners, and also 1-time Champions League champions, just like Aston Villa are, led by manager Pep Guardiola. We currently find ourselves in 3rd place, so it is 3rd taking on 4th. We're 1 point behind Liverpool in 2nd place. They're playing on Wednesday night just before our kickoff, taking on Sheffield United away from home. We're 3 points behind Arsenal in 1st. They're playing tonight against Luton Town away from home. We could be 6 points behind, so this is a must-game win for Manchester City. And Aston Villa will be thinking to themselves, they win this game, they go over Manchester City, they leapfrog us. So high importance game, this one. Now, in terms of City's form, we like being unbeaten. We don't lose games, or we don't lose many. We're just not winning. We've drawn our last 3 Premier League games. 4-4 away at Chelsea, 1-1 at home to Liverpool, 3-3 at home to Tottenham Hotspur. We really need to get back to winning ways. We beat Leipzig in the Champions League, sandwiched between them, 3-2 at home after being 2-0 down at half-time. We've conceded 10 goals in our last 4 games. Defensively, just not good enough from Manchester City. So we need to turn up. We need to put in a solid performance. I want to see Nathan Ake in that defence. I want to see protection from midfield for our defence. cover them loose ends, stop them counter-attacks. If we have to sit a little bit deeper, sit a little bit deeper, be patient, and most importantly, there will be opportunities for Villa, there will be opportunities for Manchester City. Be clinical in front of goal. And we can speak about the referee all day and that dodgy decision that everyone's equally as unhappy about, but we do need to sit down and speak about how poor defensively we've been over the last 4 games in all comps. We also need to speak about why are we not being clinical enough. We may have scored 11 goals in our last 4 games and ended up conceding 10, but we should have and could have been scoring a lot more. We've not been clinical. We weren't clinical against Spurs. That game should have been over before Spurs even managed to build themselves back into that game. We should have been 2-3 goals ahead of where Spurs were. We weren't, and we got punished for it. Same against Liverpool. There were 3 or 4 opportunities to get that killer second goal. It never came. And Liverpool are a decent team, found the equaliser and took points off us. Chelsea, we never managed to get that killer 2-goal cushion. Didn't come against Spurs, and if it doesn't come here, I think we're dropping points as well. It's going to be a very dangerous game, this, for Manchester City. Equally, it's going to be a dangerous game for Villa as well, because if we do turn up, we are a very good team, believe it or not. But despite a lot of Manchester City fans kind of losing the plot out there. We do have dangers all over the pitch. We do have some injuries. John Stones is back, but again, there's question marks over his fitness. I don't think he's going to feature. Kevin De Bruyne are out injured until January. Grealish, Rodri, they're both suspended, so Grealish won't be getting booed at Villa Park this time. Jeremy Doku limped off against Spurs. We don't have an injury status for him, so I don't think he's going to be started in this game, which means, in terms of my team prediction, I think the team kind of selects itself. So I'm going to pop that up for you now, guys. I'm going to go with Ederson in goal, a back three made up of Walker, Dias and Ake. I'm going with Akanji to sit alongside Kovacic and Rico Lewis for that extra protection in midfield. I think Alvarez is going to have to start in this game. I'm going to move Phil Foden to the left wing, Bernardo Silva to the right wing, and Erling Haaland starts up top. Oscar Bobb maybe could be an option for Manchester City. Sergio Gomez, Kalvin Phillips, they're other options for Manchester City. Josko Gvardiol, the big absentee, as I said. I think he's a class player. He's great with his ball distribution. I just don't think that's going to be much use in this game. Nathan Ake, to me, is a better, right now, defensive player on that left-hand side than Gvardiol, and we need defenders. So Nathan Ake up there with one of the best that City have got. To me, he should be starting this game, in my complete honest opinion. And City need to tighten everything up in midfield, make it more compact, make it difficult for Aston Villa to create them opportunities and go from there. Now, in terms of my score prediction, I just don't see Manchester City winning this game. I reckon 1-1. My heart tells me City can win this game, that we can go out there, clean performance, and I think City can go out there and score 3 or 4 goals. Now, I think if City do win this game, I think we will score 3 or 4 goals. I'm not sure that's going to happen, so I'm going to stick with 1-1. I wouldn't rule out Aston Villa beating us as well. We'll have to wait and see. Now, in terms of my betting tips, I think it'll be both teams to score. I can see that if Aston Villa do score a goal, it'll be through their main man, Ollie Watkins, so I'm backing him anytime to score in this game. I am going to be doing a live watch along for you guys of this game as well to look forward to. I'll have the link out later on today to go and set your reminders for. I will be live at 7:45 p.m. GMT to see you guys tomorrow for that one. Next up for both teams, it's an away match at Luton for Manchester City on Sunday, and Aston Villa Saturday night under the lights at Villa Park taking on Arsenal. So there we go. That has been today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. It is free to subscribe. Also, don't forget social media links, including my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can find them in the description if you want to go and follow me on them. Also, don't forget email in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries. I wanted to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, BetMate. Do go and check them out. Links and details, they're in the description. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the live watch along of this game. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.